So, team, welcome to the first session and the first week for our second batch of Master of Software Testing. So, welcome all. Thank you for being here. And it's a great first step towards making sure that you get the best platform to launch yourself in the software testing industry. Assuming you're not already working, which most of the members for this specific training are. So, team, just quickly giving you overview of what's going to happen, and then you can look into the specific details of it. Right? In this session, we will go through specifically our schedule of learning. What is it that we're going to learn, and when? We will put up the whole plan. I will talk briefly about the team exercises and activities, and what will be your role in it. Um, I will start creating a Google Drive where all of this content information can start being placed and what we're going to be doing before the next session. So without any further delay, let me quickly go to my Google Drive and make sure that I have the uh, new folder opened up. So the first thing I'm going to do, team, is I'm going to create a new folder where every member of this second batch of most will be part of. Okay, so I'm going to call this as most 2. And I'm going to click on create. So most 2 is a folder and everything that we do here you will be part of. So I'm going to rename this in fact as most 2 most 2 members. And the first thing I will start doing in this folder is create a schedule. The schedule is very important, team, because based on the schedule you will know exactly what are the topics we will learn and in which order we should go. Okay, this will walk you through the entire things of what we're going to do live, what you'll do only as videos and so on. So I'm going to call this as learning schedule. While there are many topics to learn as part of software testing, what I've put together for this most program are very specific topics. This should really help you into making sure that we go through the specific details end to end on this. All right. Give me one quick second, please. That's good. So let's start with the course name here in this field. All right, and why you need to learn, I will try and explain it. But the mode of learning, the approximate start date, I will rather set effort in weeks, start date and end date, then we'll put a status. So why I will talk about, I don't really need to write it here, but we'll talk about the why part of it. So here is the main details header for this specific section. Effort in weeks. While I'm doing any of this, any questions that you have, continue to put them on chat, because between me and Manoj, we should be able to answer them as the session continues. And in fact, team, this is one of those few sessions where most of you are muted, but going forward, you will see that you have to interact a lot with everyone, not only with us, but with all the other members. All right. So there you go. So what are the different courses that you learn? So there's no question that manual testing and QA concepts is important thing. Okay, so the basic fundamental manual testing is very critical for you to learn. Then we will learn something about a little bit of MS Office. We will do about HTML uh, programming. we will get into SQL, how you write queries, how databases work, and database testing. We will work with test management tools. This will include uh, Jira, Bugzilla, and Quality Center / ALM. These are three tools that you'll learn. Then we'll get into test automation. And for test automation, we will start with HP QTP / UFT. And then test automation, we will do Selenium with Java plus WebDriver. We will then get into some more things like mobile application testing. All right, we will do a complete placement session. Right? Placement session training is walking you end to end as to how things will work. All right, we will do on a few more things that will work. Placement training. Let's see what else is there. Manoj, did I miss any other specific topic? In fact, the first batch of most can be a good reference point for us. If we go back there and look at most schedule, uh, MS Office, fundamentals of testing. There you go. Can I zoom into this? It's gone somewhere. Most schedule. Okay, there you go. Let's see what else. QTP, Selenium, mobile application testing, HTML basics, SQL. I think, yeah, that's about it. And live projects. Live projects will also be included as part of it. Live projects on QA, QTP, and Selenium. All right, team. So here you go. Here is what we're looking at. Okay. So when I say manual testing, what am I referring to, and what do I expect you to learn out of this? All right. So Control C, Control V. These are links. So for manual testing, team, the basic concepts are very essential for you to know. Okay. There are many concepts that one needs to really go through to make sure that you know the basic fundamentals. Things like how a test process works, how an SDLC process works, how you go about creating different documentation like test plans, test cases, use cases, how you write functionality requirement documents, even though you don't necessarily have to be doing it and so on. All right. So having said this, let me show you on our ITeLearn website as to where will be these specific videos that you can look into. All right. So I'm going to quickly go visit the website and pull some information for you. So if you go to video tutorials and QA videos, that is the section that I want you to really refer to. So if you go to this section, here is the URL. Each of your team, as I said, will have access to this specific document through the folder, and you'll be able to see it there. Did I get that URL? So any questions while I'm doing this? I'm showing you where the content is, but that doesn't mean that we will only do everything as videos. So I'll explain to you that. So in here, what I want you to do is, for manual testing, there is not much in terms of new things that I could take and cover and repeat. There are some basic fundamental concepts which remain to be the same. They would not change with what you will be doing. So if you look at these 18 videos that we have here, they are primarily distributed on various topics, right from the entire SDLC, how the test lifecycle works, how you go about creating different test artifacts, and so on. So from video 1 to video 8, video 1 to video 8, and then video 13, 14, 15, 16, 13 to 16. So non-Jira 13 to 16. Right? You need to view them. Non-Jira, non-Bugzilla videos. So this is all as videos. You will have to go through them, and this will be your first week exercise. It will be effort, will not be totally a complete week. You should be able to complete them in much shorter time. Now, how do you watch these videos? I'm going to talk about that very briefly. The way you're going to do is you will take the topic that I've shown you and watch it like a movie. All right. You are not going to pause it, rewind it, repeat it because you want to master something. No, you're going to keep a notebook behind besides you. You're going to start watching the video and start collecting notes as you watch the video. All right. The output that you do at the end will be like this, team. So while viewing the video, all right, so what are the steps that you need to follow when you're viewing the video? One is you have to make sure that you are watching it like a movie, right? Two, do not try to spend a lot of time by pausing, rewind, etc. Okay. um, Three, this is to get the basic concepts, and then you could do a team huddle, or let's say discussion, uh, to freeze that specific learning. So what does that mean? You will be spending time in viewing the video content, okay, and once you've finished viewing the video content, you will sit with your team, discuss with them on what you've seen, what you've come up with, and so on. And then finally you will create something called as a summary document. All right, this is brief notes on what is covered in that specific topic. And I'll tell you why this is very important, team. Okay, finally, team presentations, where you do a brief walkthrough on your summary document. This is what will happen. Now, how does this work? I'll tell you how. Okay, you're going to watch each video, and after watching each video, you will say that, okay, what is it that happened in this video? What was discussed? What was presented? And what are the important aspects to remember for this video? The idea is very simple, team. Why these summary documents? Let me answer that as well. Why the summary documents? And then I will also answer why the team presentations. Number one, this will be good to quick revision before interviews. Number one, okay. Two is as you write, your concepts get clear. Okay, so it is not just theoretical. As you write down and you retain the knowledge in your memory, so you're not going to kind of forget what you've learned through it. All right, so this it'll really help you for. Three is will be able to act as actually the same thing, reference point for what is covered in that specific video. Right, team? Now, do note, team, these videos that I'm talking about have gone through a significant amount of viewership by thousands of members globally, and they are of good quality, good content, and so on. So I don't believe in recreating the sessions with the same content, so we will focus more on something new along with it. Now, these summary documents that you are looking to prepare will will really help you in these aspects, okay? Especially before interviews. For example, if I go back to the most members, the first batch that we did, and look at any of the teams that we have, for example, Team Phoenix, and see where are the summary documents. See fundamental summary document. Do you see this? So if you open this and go into it, you would notice video number, chapter 1, video 1. Okay, what is the title of the video? What is covered? Okay, we were talking about all of these aspects in the video, all right? And this video walks you through all the specific details, okay? And then as necessary, it will also cover some screenshots or reference content or different so for example, if I've created a test case or anything, the content to that and so on. So any member who has seen the video can now quickly go through this document as a quick glance to come up with specific information. In fact, the other thing that members have put are interview questions for each of these videos, okay? So if you go back here, uh, brief notes on what is covered in that specific topic, template will be shared with you. We will share the template with you. Shared with you. Right? So every course you will see something similar. For example, Microsoft Excel, the same thing. We will start with some kind of summary of which video is it, what are we trying to do in that, and so on. Okay, and as you go along, you will see all the different content that has been created for each of the videos. So that whole 1 hour session is then condensed into more like a 1 or 2 page document. So if you go to every team, they have done the same thing over and over again. Now, typically, there will be about 40 to 50 members in each of these most batches. So, what would happen is you will get divided into teams of about 5 to 6 people each, or a little more sometimes, depending on overall. And then you would act together, you would watch the videos, and you would take summary of these notes. So, for example, if I say that you have to take summary of any specific course here in this specific page, if I say that, hey, video 12 or video 13, or not video 12, video 13, 14, 15, 16, all right? So you can say that one of your team member can do video 13 and 14, another team member 15 and 16, and so on. That way you're able to distribute the effort as well and make sure that everyone is participating equally onto it. Right? Or each of you can work as a team, view it as a team, do a combined view, start it at the same time, and write the same documents at the same time. The good thing with Google Drive is the fact that everything is shared with the team members, and you will be able to see who is making what changes. You have a revision of it and so on. So for every course, there are summary documents created like this. For example, Selenium by itself, there are many summary documents because there is so much of content there. So for example, if you go to chapter 2, video 3 document here, as an example, okay, so it will talk about what is covered in here. So in here we talked about conditions and loops. So how can you write condition statements, how can you create loops, and so on. So this is core Java programming and how is it done. All right, so all of this team is now a great reference point to all this 34 plus how many ever 5 6 members who are part of most members, the first batch. You will go about creating something very similar content again for this batch. The idea is not about creating the content for everyone to access. So the end product is very important, but the whole journey of creating is what will add to your knowledge and skill. All right. Hence, please make sure that you create them again. It is not going to be pre-existing for you. It is an empty folder. However, you would also get access to this most members, the first one. As a reference, it will be great for you to do. I know there are 2 or 3 members who probably could not continue in the first batch, who will repeat in this batch, and they will take over from there. Okay. Now, so I've talked about summary documents. Now, what about team presentations, team? Why should you do team presentation? Let me talk about that also. What it does, team, is number one, it gives you one lot of confidence on this subject. All right, because when you teach, you learn well and you master concepts well. All right, so when you have to teach, so this is almost like teaching. If you look at the master of software testing, the first batch section, most live sessions. Okay, so here you would notice that lot of these videos are team created, so they have done the presentations. In fact, I should keep some of them. You will have access. All the members who are paid members on most two will have access to that collection. Okay, so here, like we're doing week one, week two, and so on, the same thing is being repeated out here. Okay, so where are team presentations, team sessions, QTP? This is Selenium. There you go. See, uh, this is Selenium live project team presentations. But where are all those most videos, Manoj?
I think they will be here only. Maybe
I see one and two, most week one, most week two is here.
I think in yeah one video is there. I think team update and kind of title is there. So
Okay, because here it's coming to QTP bytes, and we should actually keep a link to it rather than repeating the content because we have it somewhere else. Um, this is the placement videos that we did. Selenium. I think all of this are all Selenium live project videos. So I don't see it myself. I'm probably missing something. So whenever you get a chance, guide me and guide everyone else, please. Where they are. I think here is where we put the videos, right?
sure, Karthik, I'll check that.
All right, cool. So let's go back to our learning schedule team. And so why are we doing this? You will get a lot of confidence when you present a subject. Two, it will improve your communication skills significantly on the topic. Okay. Three, when this is exactly how you would talk during interviews. So, what will you talk during the interviews team? They will ask you a question on a specific topic, and you're going to go back and answer that. That is exactly what you're doing. So, we give you specific topics, you learn it, then you come back and present it. And that way, not only are you presenting things, there are other members who are presenting it, and that gives a lot of confidence to everyone. Team. Plus, four, during project work, all right, you will talk about the projects and how you worked on it. That is again exactly how you would approach for interviews, right? So these are the advantages, team, that you will have when you do team presentations. And you could ask any of the most first batch members, and they can absolutely guide you with their feedback on how they have seen the advantage of doing it. Okay, so for manual testing team, your effort will be about half a week, not too much. So this is today's date. I'm going to put 313, and this will then be equals this plus 7 star this. uh, date. All right, there you go. So by 16th, you should try and complete watching these videos and getting those things right together. Okay. If it's becoming a little bit of a more challenge, then you can do an additional week. The same thing for MS Office. Okay. So focus during in MS Office, focus on Excel and PowerPoint. All right. And this also we will do as videos. It will be take about 1 week. Okay. So for this also, I would suggest start it on the same day That way you can complete it quickly, right? Do not try and postpone this to a later point, because there is a lot of things that you need to be covering. 10 weeks is going to be a very less time for us overall, and we will have a lot to cover in those 10 weeks. Okay. Now, HTML programming, this also will not take too long. Okay. So this will be, again, not more than half a week by itself. HTML programming, actually, you know what? These two I'm going to combine it. MS Office and HTML. Okay. These two you can do it in 1 week directly. So I can delete this. SQL and database testing by itself, it will take you about a week. Right? So because there's a lot to learn, there's a lot for you to do. So Control C, Control V, 1, and this will be this date. So so if you start on 320, this will be this date plus 1. Okay, so here is the rough schedule, team. What I'm trying to do is based on which you can go and try and start working with your teams. However, each thing we will have to handhold and guide you what's happening and so on. Once we divide you into the teams, it will become very easy for you to start interacting with everyone else and making that progress. Okay. Test management tools, Jira, Bugzilla, and QCLM. This may be between live and videos. Okay, this will be a combination of both. Test automation, SPQTP. Again, we will do a lot of live in this. So for QTP and Selenium, I may have to do a very structured, specific program for each of you. I also intend to do another mobile application testing live. Placement training videos is sufficient for now, because those videos, team, will really help you go through everything. Videos plus guidance on the side. We will continue to guide. Live projects, yeah, will have to be live. So here is the rough schedule for what we have to do. Test management tools like Jira, Bugzilla, but 1 week is fine. QTP, at least 2 weeks. Selenium, at least 2 weeks. Mobile application testing, 2 weeks. This you don't need more than half a week, and this will be about 5 weeks at a later point. So, team, the bulk of the training will be completed in about 11 to 12 weeks. While we tried to do the first batch in about 10 weeks, it took us about 13 to 14 weeks overall, because we also gave live projects with during it. Now, what we'll do is we'll move some of the live projects towards the end of it. And what we're going to do is keep that as a separate thing. So, your training will take about 10 to 13 weeks overall to complete. So right now, as I see, by end of May, you should be able to complete all of this. Manoj, when you get a chance, do me a favor, please. For each of these courses, give them access to where the videos are and what they need to watch out here, so they can start putting it. And once you divide the teams based on the contact list, then we can start talking about it. All right, so team, that's what it is right now, and let me talk about what I'm expecting before next session. All right, before next session, this is primarily due, these two. Okay, this is the one which is right now under yellow. This is the one you're going to be working on. So you're going to work on manual testing and MS Office and HTML. Watch the videos, and you will start creating the summary documents like what you've seen here. All right, so don't spend too much time. It is a quick start for you to get the concepts, get the idea. Okay, so your learning is multi-phase, team. 30% of your learning is by watching those videos. Another 30% of the learning is through interacting with your team members, discussing on them, and creating the summary documents. The remaining 30%, another 30%, 20% probably is when you do your presentations. And finally, when you do a live project, you'll have the remaining 20% learning. Okay, so the instructions are very critical. That's the starting point. And then how you interact with your team members, how you create summary documents, how you present them to the audience, which everyone is there in that session, um, and then finally how you go about and participate in the live projects. Okay, all of this will become important building blocks for you. So, team, do me a favor and please work on this for now, and make sure that you will go through all of these important aspects of manual testing in MS Office. All right. Now, any questions, please, that I can answer for now? How teams will be divided? So teams will typically divided based on the location. So for example, we will say that US West Coast, we may divide them into one team. Central, we may divide them into another team. East, another team. Someone in UK London may be mixed with probably few people in India, or West East Coast members. Probably India, a little bit of Australia may be combined together. Australia and the US West Coast may also get a little bit of overlap. Depending on where the people are, which locations they are, the teams will get divided. All right. Any other questions, please? Karthik, can you please post this on your website? Every video that I do will be posted on the website. Okay. This specific one will be part of Google Drive, which you'll have to download. If you don't have a Google account, create one for this training specifically, please, so that you can use it. Right. Okay. Let's see what else. Team, any other questions, please? So, for example, see how we divided the previous team depending on the locations of where they are in US, Australia, Canada, and I don't think there's anyone from India in this. We have divided them into team, and each of them are then interacting with each of them. Okay, so what is very important, team, is what you're presenting, how you are active in participations, and so on. So all of them will get noticed, will help you in getting the certificate at the end, either one, someone who's excelled, or the participation certificate. Let's see, another question. I still don't have access for videos. Where can I get them? Deepthi, if you're a paid member, you should have got access. If you have not got access, that means that email has not reached you for any reason. Please send an email immediately to learn at ITeLearn with your details. They should help you. Difference between verification and validation. Ravi, this is not a Q&A session. I'm not answering questions here. This is about how we go about doing things. Can you hear me, team? All of you? Okay, good. Manoj, did you have a question?
No, Karthik, I think some questions are there, like how
Okay.
many times we will have these sessions in weeks.
Okay. All right. Let's see. How many times we will have the session? So we will have group sessions about 2 or 3 times a week, team, where either the teams are presenting or I am walking you through what should be done next and so on. Um, and then you will be doing daily interactions with your other team members. Don't we get confusion if we learn so many modules in this course? Yes, and that's the reason we're going structured one by one, and it is not done in a month's time. It will take about 3 months overall, right? But what is important is to get the most important aspects. One, that will get you a good job quickly into the market if you're not already in one, and two, it will get you that confidence that exactly the most important aspects of this whole thing will continue to be there. Apart from that, you will have about 2 or 3 years access for the videos even after this course, so you can continue to revise, improve as you go along. So team, if I've not answered any question, that is probably because there are so many comments that it has gone way to the top. So please put it up again. If you miss any of the classes in this 3 months, how does it work? So Madhuri, the way it will work is very simple. One, you will work with your team members. So if you miss a session, then you'll catch up with your team members and say, hey guys, what's happened? What happened? What did I miss? And so on. Two, you'll have videos to always go back, cover up, and make sure that you catch up. I understand within 3 months, a lot of us could be traveling or have sick days or have some personal priorities and not be available and so on. And that is fine. That is normal. However, predominantly, you should be ready to spend between 15 to 20 hours of effort. That is very important for each of you. When will be the next batch? Anusha, typically after another 5 months or so. Because the course itself will be 3 months, we might give a month or two gap in between and then start another one. All right, team. Any other questions then before we continue with the next session, which will be, I believe, on Monday or Tuesday? Did you offer placements for any in most one team? So they are currently working. We have a complete placement program. So they are actively being marketed into the projects. Uh, some of them have already working or already have got the jobs, and they've gone directly. A few of them who are going through us and our company, they will. They are still. We just started marketing them about 2 3 weeks back. Class timings, days, and all those things, it will be mentioned to you as part of the go to training schedule team. So whatever you will see in the go to training schedule, that will be the one that you'll use. Okay. So if I go to gotomeeting.com, uh, that schedule change, timings, everything will be here. But more than this class time, it is very important for you to know as to what time you are going to be meeting with your team members, interacting with them, and so on. All right. Do you help with placements in Canada? Aruna, currently no, but we have a lot of contacts which we can refer you to or forward, and you can try and explore through them. 2 weeks is enough for QTP? Not enough. Even 2 months is not enough. But those 2 weeks will give you that best platform on the main concepts. Are we? How much percentage should we get for QTP live project? So we do a cutoff at 50%. So all the participants who get over 50% in our test scores attend the live project. However, there are few participants who are struggling, and we also accommodate them. So that's the benchmark that we typically use. I'm willing to put 20 to 25 hours per week, but I need your help. I want to master all of those courses. So, Mohammed, good intent. Thank you so much that you are intending to put effort and get this done. So, stay focused, stay with the team, interact with your team most part, interact with Manoj and I as much as you can. You should be fine. Is list of teams going to be separate from projects? No, you'll have one list team that will work through entire most, and that we will split it into the teams and let you know. Teams is all for group work, group discussions, huddles, and where you're doing a lot of meetings and explaining things to each other and so on. I'm already working as a QA engineer. Very good. So then you can look at specific areas which you need focus and improvement on. Cost, I think, I'm not sure if there are any non-paid members in this attendees right now. I believe most of you are paid, probably one or two are not. So the cost things and all that, you can look at the website, or even it's been sent, emails have been sent to every participant. You can look at it. I think it's about $1,750. All right, team, that's it from my side for today's session. Then let's see you on the next session, Monday or Tuesday. Manoj and I, we will communicate very simply through go to training. What we're going to do is we will go to my trainings, and out here you will see master software testing second batch. So there's one session today and then another session on Tuesday. All the other sessions we will be adding here, and any changes we do, we will change it here. You'll automatically get notified. Okay. So please make sure that you have registered on the link and you're attending using the same link every time. All right. After today's session, I believe this link, registration link, will also get frozen, so no new acceptance will be done. All right, everyone. Thank you then. Thank you so much for being here and attending, and see you back on Tuesday on the next session. Thanks, Manoj. Thanks, everyone. Bye then.
Thank you, Karthik. Bye.